One of the biggest shifts we can make is to move from over analyzing the past, being stuck in the past, going all the way back to everything that has happened to us, but shifting from that into what is happening right now within your body. The more we dwell in the past, the more disempowered we will be. The more that we stay within the now and observing what's happening within our body, the more empowered we become. Because it becomes more and more apparent that we have so much influence to what is happening in our body right now. The journey from going from threat to safety, from dysregulation to regulation, it is all found within the wisdom of our nervous system. All the responses that are firing off, all the unconscious habits, behaviors, feelings, all meet us in the here and now. But because of the strong propensity of all of this that's happening, it feels like it shadows and clouds our judgment of how we are and takes us back into the past. We live in that distant memory, which happened back in time, back when we were children, back when whatever age we were. It keeps us stuck in the here and now. The past keeps us stuck from consistently observing and looking into the past. Once we start to understand this and we can move into the somatic flow and the somatic rhythm of what's happening within our body, we start to become acutely aware of what's going on within our body. That in itself has already got the ball rolling to you shifting and moving through and resolving everything that's happening within your nervous system right now. The power of breath, the power of breath work. We can come into this. We can utilize the breath in different and various forms to help shift and move through and journey through our somatic experience. It can be really daunting, especially when we've got what feels like a quite inhospitable environment within. It's actually, as contradictory as it may sound, it feels more aligned to be stuck in the past, to be the victim of our past. That's much more appealing than coming into and observing the pain that we feel now. To be radically and rawly with ourselves, to take away all the distractions, to all those distractions that are pulling us away from our somatic present environment. If our nervous system's stuck in a deep state of fight or flight, that's extremely volatile. We don't want to be in there, so we'll distract ourselves in a myriad of ways to get away from that. We'll be angry, we'll project, we'll put everything out onto the world, into the past, into the world, and everything to distract us from what is the sensory experience happening within ourselves. If we're in shutdown freeze, that's when we feel hopeless. That's when we go into the depths of emotional numbness. We don't want to be there. We'll blame the past. We'll find distractions to move our attention away from it. That's why, my friends, nervous system, your nervous system journey is so specific and so tuned in to you. It takes so much courage to step into the sensory environment that you are currently in, to strip away all the distractions, to start facilitating a process of deep feeling. Because to process everything that's going on within us, it needs to be recognized and felt. The grief, the anger, the rage, the apathy, the guilt, the fear, the roots of all of our fears that are right here and now being experienced within our body. And all of which they have been shaped and formed and very much molded by what's happened through our lives up to this point. But unfortunately, the more we focus on the past, the more we're disempowered, and the more that we focus on it, the more that we're stuck in it. The more we focus on it, is because with that in itself gives it energy. It gives the past energy. And it keeps us in the cage of our creation because of just where our attention is. So we shift that one little shift, 10 degrees. We move into radically in this felt sense present moment. Because, my friends, we've got to feel where we're at. We've got to feel everything that we are holding right now. We've got to dive into ourselves. We've got to descend within ourselves. And we've got to move through it with love and compassion. We've got to, for once and for all, start to resolve all of this that is happening within us right now. And when you look at it, like everything, it is just a physiological, energetic response in the here and now. It actually makes it far more, that's far more freeing and liberating than consistently going back into the past to focus consistently on all that has happened to us. And this is really the resolution of being a victim. We can be held, chained in victim mentality to everything that's happened from our past. Now, I'm not saying this flippantly. There has been a past. There have been things that have happened to us. But, my friends, the focus and attention needs to be in the freedom, and the freedom is in the here and now. The beautiful thing is now that we can influence our physiology and energetic makeup in such a way we can actually create a different landscape to view the past differently. Whether we're in fight or flight, freeze or fawn, or both of those have different landscapes, and they will view the past in totally different ways. When we're in a shutdown freeze response, the past will be hopeless. There'll be no hope of leaving the past. When we're in fight or flight, we will be blaming the past for everything. We'll be reactive, volatile, projecting onto the world. But once we start to develop our nervous system, when we start to evolve and we start to come into a regulated state, and we can use our breath to help us move into this more so, our devotion in the here and now. There'll be a beautiful devotion that's created to help guide you through this. We can start to see within ourselves those things that have happened to us in our past. We can view them differently. We can rewrite the past in the here and now from developing a different physiological landscape. Once we start coming into the releasing of serotonin, endorphins, anandamide, the bliss molecule, which we can all consciously activate, it's with these god-like neurotransmitters that we can start to create this new landscape where we can see situations where we were done wrong or we've had all this going on. We can change that to see it differently. We can hold the past differently. This is when we start to cultivate forgiveness, love, and actually cultivate it from the physiological makeup happening within us. We start to not only have the past with us, but we start to hold it differently. And this holding of it differently is brought into this now moment, your somatic felt sense experience. And it's through this process that we finally get to let go of the chains of the past, because we brought it more radically into the subjective felt sense now moment. We have far more influence than we could ever imagine to rewire, to rewrite our nervous system, to rewrite everything that's happened to us. We can shift and move, not only letting go of the past, but how we are moving through the now moment, how we are moving through everything that's happening to us now. We start to evoke and encourage different stimulation, start to encourage a different response from the universe, which I talk about a lot. We start to encourage a different response from the universe because of what's going on within us. Patterns that have been with us for our whole lives, we start to let go. We start to renew. We start to rewrite these patterns that have been holding us back. We start to cultivate not this whole now moment, but this a new identity is ready to be born. This is the birthing, this is the genesis of a new identity and a new experience of you. We've got to go through a death process. We've got to go through who said we've got to die. We've got, yeah, they have. There's parts of us have got to die. We've got to let certain leaves fall to the ground so we can bloom. There's new things ready to bloom. And it comes from this shift, this just going back to the originality of this video, just this shift of moving away from the focusing solidly on the past, everything, analyzing it, bringing it all heady, got to figure it out, into less thinking and analyzing, or more feeling. That's what it's about, is from thinking, analyzing, into dropping it down below the neck, into the body, to fully feel. The journey is about feeling. We are feeling beings. Thinking has its place, but in very small, sporadic moments in time, which can be beneficial. And we just ebb and flow. But the depth of us, for what I feel, is we are feeling beings. We are feeling so much. And it's so important that we have the courage and the braveness to feel our past, to feel everything. And it's through that deep feeling that we encourage and galvanize release, to bring to an end everything that's been holding us, the cage of our creation that we've created, that our past has created. We break through that into the freedom and the birthing ground and the genesis of a whole new landscape, of a whole new you. Woo! Yeah. So where are you, friend, where's your genesis moment? Where are you in your navigating the past, navigating your body now, navigating your nervous system, navigating the feelings, navigating thoughts, navigating everything? What realizations are you coming to right now? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And sending you so much love, my friends. I'm going to be signing out for now. And you know what? I cannot wait to see you already in the next video.